No recess on my schedule. Right. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Right. Half the Emirates need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a match. And plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking, they don't even gotta say it. Nope. They thinking they just made it. I know how to make it.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us in downtown New Orleans at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Dallas Cowboys and the New Orleans Saints. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Come on, set. 15, Lonnie. 15, Lonnie. Check three, check three, check three. Check, not five.
Now the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Watch a slant, watch a slant, watch a slant. Check three, check three, check three. Kill. Check go.
They'll run it with McCoy.
Rush in.
Byron Jones in there to make the tackle.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
They can't hang with us. Check, hot route. Hot. Let's go.
Operating from the gun, Patterson. And this is going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
This will be fielded at the 17. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Prescott now, option right, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4, and that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Throwing, Prescott. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. On 1st and 10, Prescott. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. They give him a gain of 37.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10.
47.
Prescott. He finds his man Johnson. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. Cooper was the target there. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Hard. Leo. Under 10.
They'll start the drive with a carry by McCoy. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. From the gun, Patterson throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. And it's 3rd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Watch the ship.
To throw on 3rd down. Patterson. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of 4th down, 1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
Ready.
After the penalty, it's McCoy. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Watch the twist. 80 weapons. Get it.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Patterson. That'll be complete to Cook. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down.
Check the backer.
Now a 1st down carry here from McCoy. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Check 3. 25. Check 25. Check 25.
Operating from the gun, Patterson. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. This for his running back, McCoy. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 21.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
X3, 218, chopper. Switch gears, switch gears. And they go.
Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Watch one, watch one. Here we go, G, get off the field. Check, 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 check. Alert flare, flare. Show it up.
They'll keep it on the ground with McCoy this time. McCoy's got the first down and more. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. LeSean McCoy, his first touchdown on the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. What's good on the extra point? And that makes the score 7-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Cameron Jordan able to record his 5th sack of the season. Started the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 2nd down coming up. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Here's Prescott. Safarian Jenkins has it. And he'll be out right at the 35. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. To throw is Prescott. He's going to rifle one deep left side into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Check foot, squeeze. Switch. Yes. Motion. Now.
They'll run on first down. McCoy. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down.
Check back, check back. Go. Motion. Kill. Sponge. No. Hit it.
From the shotgun, it's a give to McCoy. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a fourth down.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. All things considered, a pretty good kick. Just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck. And unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Prescott to throw it. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. Last play, they didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Now they gain almost 40 yards here. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Switch it. Go to 54. Line. 50. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get it.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Here we go. Go right in. Go to 53. 16. Watch him go. Go to 54. Line in. Watch out.
Now Elliott. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott. His 5th touchdown now on the year. As they are now on the board here in the first half. Bryant's extra point up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Undercrush.
2nd and 4. And this one complete to Smith. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Here's Bryant for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That's fielded in the end zone. Oh, eluding the tackle. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have two remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Off play action. Patterson. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Jalen Smith coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall, and they can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10.
There you go. Yeah. Shift. Watch twins. Hey, kill.
Prescott looks to throw on first. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas 1st down.
Here we go.
So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So you got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. Second and 10 now from the 27. Now Prescott. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike 47. Here we go. Mike's 47. Mike's 47. Stop your whining. Hey. We're going to 54. Why is it? 24. Shift. Check it out. We're going to 53. Tighten up. Watch the air.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
On 2nd down, it's McCoy. And McCoy loses the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Check 26, check 26.
On 3rd and 2, Patterson. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It's taken to the 26. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get in field goal range.
Yes.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard as the first half is winding down. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. A final shot before break. Patterson got Gordon open, completes it. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. 30, 20. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. 2nd and 11. And an alley to run. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Patterson. He completes it to Bryant. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Check, check. Lucky. Check 3.
Hey, high 7. Big grip.
Operating from the gun, Patterson. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And it's taken in at the 9. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
And now they're just looking to add to that total. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Here's Elliott. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the 2.
That type of run right there, that just fires me up when I watch it, because that's maybe the most underrated aspect of his game. The ability to break tackles and know where the 1st down chains are and pick them up.
He's tough, good pedigree. Dad Stacy was a linebacker at Missouri.
And how about Mom on the track team? So I think that's where the speed came from. And she's not shy about letting us know that, too.
Yeah, got the best of both worlds. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Here's Prescott. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Intended that time for Cooper, but now it's 3rd and goal.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete.
Get in the right room.
There we go, kill.
Prescott on 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. An 11-yard touchdown as his guys continue to pour it on. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. This will be taken short. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like. Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Here's Pollard again. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the back. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Derek Wolfe popping in for the sack. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
And Bryant's kick is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. They brought the house that time on a young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
A.J. Boye up to make the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 33-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
You can't block me.
47. 26.
Looking to throw. Prescott. He's going to look end zone here for Cooper. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. They got to get to the 23 here on third.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Check now.
Here we go. Going to 54. Going to 54. Wide in. Here we go. Going to 54. Wide in. 26.
Prescott now. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Here we go. Wide in.
It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go. 30 base. Hey, Haywood. Shoot.
They go play action here on 1st down. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Austin Seferian-Jenkins. His 5th touchdown now on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Bryant now to tack on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time, 1-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Patterson gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your #1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down. Back to throw. Patterson. And brought in by the tight end Cook. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Get it.
2nd down and inches. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a 1st.
Here we go. 47. 26.
Prescott now from the 50. Quick hitter here. It's complete. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2nd and 6. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The 20. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Let's go.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. It's going to be a long day.
Back to throw here. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
To throw from his end zone. Patterson is for his running back, McCoy. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Here you go. 18 Gator. Hey, Charlie. We ain't giving up nothing today. Let's go.
2nd and 3. He'll have a 1st down and more past the 20. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Looking to throw. Patterson. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away. Boy, going for it at this stage in the second half, back in the shadow of your own goalpost. Explanation, please, Mr. Davis.
I'm not sure I'm going to give you a great one, but here's a thought that I had. I wonder if maybe instead of going for it with your offense and announcing your intentions, that maybe you run out your special teams and fake it. Because even though teams say, hey, we plan...
In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Von Bell. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Check 3, check 3.
25, check 25, check 25. Ready.
Back to throw. Patterson, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
A very good return that time. 18 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Set, ready, 30 base.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
Deep river.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
65. Hey, Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Wants to run.
He'll drop to throw. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. So another score there. And often you talk about the three phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, G.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 3rd down, Patterson. And that's caught by Smith. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Give them 18 there, and the Saints have a 1st down.
Go! 18 Gator.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Hey, lock it. Smooth. Now.
On 1st down, Patterson escaping the pressure right. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Stand up.
Come on, DB, come on. Check.
2nd and 1. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now.
On the set.
That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Yep. Hey, Alpha.
We got 25 to mile.
Fair. Hit it.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Patterson. He finds McCoy. Past the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. They'll get 34 yards there. Now, defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through.
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Come on, boy. Look at me. Door. Don't be scared of it. Ready?
2nd and long. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Intended for Traquan Smith. Incomplete. It's now 3rd down and 6.
The Saints on third down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This is 3rd and 16.
Check 50.
You're out. Get it.
Operating from the gun, Patterson. He's got Smith here. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
17 yards. Complete to Tre'Quan Smith. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Thomas, the lone receiver, left. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. From the gun, Patterson. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Lutz with the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Kill.
And an alley to run. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points